Of course, we have to look at the functions of behavior in order to effective and lasting interventions. But we must be careful not to assume that all interventions take place at the same point in our programming. I remember that when we were first recognizing the importance of preventive interventions, those interventions that reduce the probability of behavior happening in the first place, we occasionally lost track of the overall goal, and that was to produce a productive member of society. What I sometimes saw was that parents and educators were tending to only manipulate the environment in such a way that the frequency of the behavior was being greatly reduced. They were only working at the first 2 levels of the ziggurat and maybe a bit at level 4. Consequently, we saw children upon whom almost no demands were being made in order to keep them from displaying the disruptive behavior. But they were not progressing on to actually learning new behaviors. In our zeal not to jump into modifying behavior too soon, sometimes we weren't actually teaching the skills really needed to learn. We were not really teaching the child appropriate behaviors to replace their challenging behaviors. We were not developing independent persons. We know better now. We know that we must be sure that we are intervening all along the behavioral chain, antecedent, at the point of behavior, and the consequence point. And we must also intervene at all levels of the ziggurat, taking care of sensory and biological levels, providing sufficient reinforcement, providing structure and visual supports, managing the task demands, and the skills to teach.